What's going on, everyone? This is Barrett with PortaKeeper. I've been posting this Boston electronic tamper, sometimes called the BOSeTAMPER, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you're not familiar with it, it's a handheld electronic tamper. When you put your portafilter in and it covers up the little eye, it tamps. And it has quite a few settings. Right now mine's set on 14. Been talking to Daniel, and he was curious about how many tamps I could get off a battery. This is still kind of a prototype thing. So what I've done so far is I've pre-ground 18 grams. This is typical espresso grounds through my DF64. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it in here, and we're going to count how many times it tamps. I'll do a time lapse because it's going to get pretty long. But I'll put it in there. I'll break the puck up after it's tamped. I'll put it back in the dosing cup, and we'll repeat until the battery runs out. So I'll show you a few tamps and then we'll speed it up. Okay, so to kick things off, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the first tamp. So we'll put our grounds in, get them fairly level, and we'll use the BOSeTAMPER. So that's one tamp. And from there, I will take the dosing cup. We'll just kind of knock it back in. I'll try to lose. It might be a little bit difficult. I'm not going to drink this, but lose as few grounds as possible. And we will kind of just rinse and repeat until the battery dies. So that's one. Now let's speed things up. Okay, I don't even know how many we're up to. I lost count. I would say the way this works, if you're not familiar, it has an induction charger in the top. So typically you'd go store it on the charger. I have the charger up in my kitchen. I don't know how many I just tamped. Arms are getting a little bit tired, mess everywhere. I would say, this is full charge, and it doesn't even sound like the motor is getting weak yet. We could be here for quite a while. I would say maybe if you're in a cafe or something, that this might be quite a few shots. Obviously you're making tons of shots per hour, and you're putting all that pressure from your tamper down onto the puck again and again. So I know this isn't really made for the cafe, at least yet, I don't think, but man, we've done how many of those tamps so far. So I'm pretty impressed. I'll put it in a way that I can explain it. I got this from Daniel at BOSeTAMPER. I charged it just because I usually, when I get something new, I charge it right away. I turned it on, I played with it obviously, but then I threw it on the charger. This little ring right here, it's red, and after it's charged, it turns green. So that little orange band is actually clear. I have not charged this until today. I wanted to do this test, and I've had it for a month. Now I don't use my espresso machine every day. Sometimes I'll make like a pour over. This is my basement bar. A lot of times I use it on the weekends, so I'm down here playing with espresso gear, doing some reviews. So I might use just my hand tamper, some tampers that I'm trying out. So I haven't used this extensively like every day since I've gotten it, but on most weekdays for about a month, so about 4 to 5 days a week, twice a day. I usually do 2 to 3 shots per morning. I've used this and I have not charged it since. So I was pretty impressed. I mean, if you do the math, that's quite a few tamps tonight. I'm going to add it up on this video so that we can count as the video goes along and time lapse. Really, what I'm thinking is you don't need to charge this that much. The display, I don't know how long the display turns on or stays on. I actually turn mine off when not in use, but got it pretty messy tonight. I'll get that cleaned up. There is a cleaning mode. And it actually extends that so you can take your brush and clean the tamper out. So just like my puck press, pretty impressed with it. Pretty cool. A lot of people have worried about the 3D print. It just pulled itself back in. A lot of people have worried about it being 3D printed. I mean, this thing, it's reacting to my camera light. It's very strong. I mean, I don't think this is going to delaminate or go anywhere. There's like no flex to it. I'm a big 3D printer guy. I make the portakeepers. Let's see, portakeepers in the background here. You can store your portafilters on these racks or off to the side. A little bit hard to see. I have the tamper keepers. So big 3D printer fan. I kind of tested out firsthand how strong the stuff can be. So anyone concerned that it's 3D printed, I know he's going to injection mold these someday. As someone that knows quite a bit about injection molding now, it is extremely expensive. Like, I think you'd be really blown away at how expensive a mold is to make your little plastic trinket in your kitchen. It's tens of thousands of dollars. So support Daniel with the BOSeTAMPER. I've been following it since the beginning. He's always making improvements. He spends hundreds, thousands of hours just making this device for you guys. I think it's really cool. I have the puck press. It's the V1. Love it. It's amazing. I've always enjoyed it. I've kind of gotten a little bit of flack that it's maybe not traditional tamping. I mean, I have tons of tampers. I probably have 20 different tampers, so I really don't. I know how to tamp. I know you guys know how to tamp, most of you. It's a really cool gadget, but it's more than that. I mean, you're getting a nice level tamp. If you're doing lots of pucks, you're going to really appreciate it. If you like that new, this cool espresso gear, it's also 110% really cool new espresso gear. So go over to BOSeTAMPER on Instagram. I think he has some stuff on YouTube. Head over to Home Espresso Aficionados on Facebook. Join that group if you're not already a member. I'll keep playing with this a little bit more. This is probably my big video. I'll maybe show you some of the settings and stuff. There's the cleaning mode, but you can actually go into how you calibrate for your portafilters. I know Daniel has that on his YouTube or on a video. So make sure to go over and check that out if you already have one of these and you haven't calibrated it. What it's doing is it's using the ambient light, and then when you twist it on, it's in the calibration mode, it knows the different amount of light on that sensor, and that's when it knows to tamp. So it's not going to tamp when you just set it on where it's going to lift up. You actually have to lock it in place. It's going to tamp, and you can lift it off. It can also do like, how long do you want to hold it down? So it presses harder, maybe it presses 2-3 times. Let's exit this mode. Show you some of these settings real quick. Tamper speed set to fast. You can do the how many times you want to tamp. And then to do how hard it tamps just on the day-to-day, you can click these buttons up and down. I have mine set on about 14. When I got it, I had it on about 16. I felt like it was over tamping. It actually makes a different noise. So I backed it off to 14. It's extremely comparable to my $1,000 puck press. So extremely happy with this. Really cool. Yet again, please subscribe to BOSeTAMPER on YouTube. It helps me out. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. I sell the BOSeTAMPER products. Join the Home Espresso Aficionados. It's a really great community on Facebook. I have a lot of fun talking to people there. I've gotten to know a lot of people. So give me a follow, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.